Hey guys, this week I wanted to come to you and specifically address your APA plagiarism assignment. This one can be a little bit confusing, so I want to give you guys some hard, concrete examples of what I'm looking for in the assignment and why we're doing the assignment. So, the purpose of doing an APA assignment and understanding plagiarism is so that you guys are able to use other people's work inside of your papers without plagiarizing by giving them credit. Now, you're going to be doing this a lot throughout your educational journey, and we want to make sure that you're ready to be able to cite properly and give credit where credit is due. Now, you might have been told when you were in high school or even after high school that you can't use somebody else's work because that's plagiarism. That's actually not true. It's a requirement that you do use other people's work because they've done a lot of research and you might be writing on a topic that they've done a great deal of research on. And so being able to use their work and cite it properly makes sure that you avoid plagiarism. But at the end of the day, you're going to be using lots of other people's work. So we want to ensure that you know how to cite their work inside of your papers. So why don't we head on over to the whiteboard and we'll take a closer look at what it means to cite someone in your paper. So this is not a huge whiteboard, it's a rather small one, so I'm going to be kind of out of the frame, but I'm going to show you guys some concrete examples of what I'm looking for in the APA assignment. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be in-text citing. So this is going to be a pretend situation, and I'm looking for 4 things specifically. Number 1, you're going to pretend to be writing a paper, and so you're going to have to write an original sentence that might be in this paper. And so that will be the first thing that you're going to be doing. Write me an original sentence. This is not a quote from somebody else. This is you writing an original sentence that goes along with a fictitious paper or a pretend paper that you're writing. The second thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to give me a signal phrase, and I'll go over what that looks like. The third thing you're going to do is you're going to use a quote from a PDF that we've given you. It's at the very bottom of the page on week 5. You can download that PDF and open it up. It's a 1-page article. You can choose any quote that you think you might be able to use from that article. And so then fourthly, you're going to give a reasoning in your fake paper as to why that information is good information. So let me go over the 3 things that you're going to need to do an in-text citation. So thing number 1 is you're going to need a last name. So you're going to need the last name of the author that has written the paper. So I'll try to zoom in here so you guys can see that. You're going to need a last name. Number 2, you're going to need the year of publication. You don't need the month, you just need the year. And number 3, you're going to need a page number. Now, when you guys get your article, you're going to notice in the bottom left-hand corner of the first page, you're going to have a number with a line in between it and then a month and date. That first number is actually going to be the page number. It is not the date. We're not going to be using the month, just using the year. So let's go over what this will look like in your paper. So I'm going to erase this, so you'll need last name, year, page number. Okay? So now we get down to what you're actually going to do for the assignment. So you're basically going to be writing me 3 sentences that have 4 things that you need to do. So the first sentence, and I'm not going to write one, I'll just write some squiggly lines so you see what that looks like, will be an original sentence that you write, period. So you write this sentence here, okay? You can write that sentence as you think it might go along with the article that you're reading and a paper that might utilize that article in it. So this is going to be a sentence that you write. This is not a quote from somebody else. This is not a quote from the paper. This is a sentence that is original to you and you write it. So the next thing you'll need to do is give me a signal phrase. Now, the signal phrase may sound something like this: according to so-and-so, or so-and-so suggests, or something to that effect. So let's go with the according to. So I can say, according to, and we'll just name Smith. Now, you'll notice here, I have given the last name already. So we have the last name, but here, as I have this set up, we need a couple more bits of information. So after the person's last name, Smith, I'm going to put in parentheses, and let's pretend that Smith wrote this article in 2010. So I'm going to go 2010, and then close the parentheses. So according to Smith, with the year, and then I will have right here quotations. I will then write the exact quote that I pulled out of Smith's article. That was in 2010. When I'm done with that quote, no punctuation is going to go here. I'm going to close the quote. Then I'm going to open up another parentheses, and I'm going to put a lowercase p with the period, then a space, and then I'm going to put the page number. So let's pretend I found this on page 20. So I'm going to put 20, and then close parentheses with the period after the parentheses. So what we have here is, number one, we have your original sentence. Then we have your signal phrase, which is this right here. This is going to be your signal phrase, according to so-and-so, or so-and-so suggests, or so-and-so says, something like that. And then we have the date of publication in parentheses here. Then we have the quote, which goes from here all the way through. We end the quote with no punctuation in the middle of it. At the end of that, we go another parentheses with a lowercase p, period, and then I'm pretending it's page 20. Whatever page it is on your PDF, you'll write that page number in with this underneath it. Now I've done 3 of the 4 things that I need to do. So the last thing I need to do is I need to write an original sentence here that says something like, this information is important because, and then I give reasoning why this quote is so important to my paper. So hopefully this demystifies the assignment and you guys are able to understand what it is that we're looking for. Remember, whenever you do an in-text citation, you need 3 pieces of information: the last name, the year of publication, and a page number. And what I'm looking for you guys to do is have 4 things done. Number 1, an original sentence that might be in a paper that would coincide with this particular article. A signal phrase, which would include the last name and year of the individual who wrote the article. And then the page number at the end of that with the quote in the middle of it. And then finally, an original sentence at the end that explains why this quote is so important. So if you guys have any questions regarding this process, if this is still confusing to you, be sure to get a hold of me and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay? Good luck this week, and I'm looking forward to what you guys have.